My mother saved for my wedding for 12 years. When I finally asked to see it, there was nothing there. I started it myself at 16, bussing tables at the diner on Route 9. I came home one Friday with $40 in tips folded into my sock because I didn't trust my own pockets. My mother took it from my hand and dropped it into an old pickle jar before I'd even taken my shoes off. "This is for your wedding someday," she said, like it was obvious. Every girl needs a nest egg her parents built for her. I felt proud, chosen almost. My younger brother Caleb never had a jar. He didn't need one. Money moved through his hands like water finds a drain, and my parents were always right there with a mop. Car wrecked at 19, paid for by dinner. Food truck folded at 23, folded quietly along with him. "He's finding himself," my mother would say. "You've always been the steady one." I used to think steady was a compliment. It took me years to hear it the other way. The one we don't have to catch. I met David at 26. He proposed on a Tuesday, over spaghetti. We planned small, a backyard, folding chairs, a friend who DJ'd on weekends. Then I called my mother about the fund. "Oh, honey," a pause I didn't like the shape of. "Let me look into it." 6 weeks of looking into it. A new reason every time I asked. I let it go because I had never once had a reason not to believe her. The Sunday she was finally going to tell me, Caleb showed up too, which was strange. He lived 2 states away and skipped anything smaller than Christmas. He wouldn't look at me over the pot roast. My mother wouldn't look at him. Halfway through dinner, he cracked first. "Did the wedding fund thing get sorted?" I felt bad about that. My fork stopped over my plate. Felt bad about what? He looked at our mother. She looked at her wine like it had become the only safe place in the room. "Mom," I said. "What did he feel bad about?" It came out sideways. A second business, one I'd never heard of. Dead 2 years now. Owing a supplier who'd threatened to sue. My parents had quietly made it disappear from an account my mother controlled. "It wasn't the wedding money," she said fast. "Not exactly." "Then what was it exactly?" Silence. Caleb broke it because guilt makes people talk. "There's a notebook. Mom keeps one for the loans." I asked to see it that night. David waiting in the car, already sensing something before I had words for it. My mother came back down holding a spiral notebook I recognized instantly. I'd bought it for her years ago for grocery lists. It wasn't grocery lists. Every page dated. $600. C. Rent gap. $2,200. Truck repair. Will replace. $9,000. Underlined twice. No note at all. Like even she couldn't justify that one. 12 years of it. "I told myself it was borrowing," she said, not looking at me. I wrote the date down so I'd remember to make it right. I just never got far enough ahead to make it right. At the bottom of the last page in pencil, total owed, and nothing after it. Not one entry showed a repayment. The dress fitting was 3 weeks later. My future mother-in-law asked kindly whether my parents were contributing toward the venue the way hers were. My mother opened her mouth to say something soft and practiced. I set the notebook on the boutique's little side table and opened it to the last page. "This is what happened to the wedding fund," I said. "Every entry, 12 years. I was always going to pay it back." My mother said, "Too fast, too loud for the room." "When?" I asked. "Before or after there was nothing left to pay it back with?" She didn't answer that. Nobody did. Her face didn't fall so much as empty out completely, like a light going off room by room. David's mother read 3 lines, closed it gently, like shutting a door on someone crying, and said, "We'll cover the venue. Don't think about this again today." No shouting after that. Just my mother very still, Caleb staring at the carpet, and a stranger's kindness filling a hole my family had been digging for 12 years. Caleb signed a repayment plan 2 months later, notarized, into an account that isn't my mother's. It's slow. It's real, which is more than the notebook ever was. At the wedding, my mother hugged me and said she was sorry, and I believed her. The way you can believe someone completely and still not hand them what they broke. I married on money from people who never once told me they'd saved